We're back with the Bad Vibe with Dwight and Jeremy.
All right, folks, this is episode 86. Pick up sticks.
Yeah.
Every time I say 6, I say that.
When did we sit on episode 6?
Probably not. We didn't talk back then, really.
Episode 6 was...
We constantly stuttered.
We sucked. They are terrible, and if you're listening to this, don't go back and listen.
I want to.
But episode 6 is called Bestiality, Mix of Races.
That was episode 6?
Bestiality, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was episode 6.
Okay, I got something to talk about a little bit.
What is it?
All right, so, I own a house. You own a house. We own houses. You get a house. No, Oprah didn't do that.
If Oprah gave me this, I'd give it back. This house sucks.
No, anyways, shit keeps fucking falling apart, dude.
Yeah, owning a house sucks.
I'm all like, why is the floor soft right here? You know what I mean? I was like, there's not water anywhere near here. Why is it soft? Yeah. We gotta replace the floor in my daughter's room, and it's like...
She's not that heavy. It'll be fine.
I know she's not. I just don't go in there. There's been times I need to get something out of her room, and I have to send one of them in there. Because I don't want to fall through. You know what I mean? The only thing that's piecing it together is the carpet, you know?
You're talking to her, the next thing you know, boom, and then you're eye to eye with her. Yeah. You're just, standing on the ground.
She's punching me because she finally can.
Yeah.
Right? But no, I can't stand it. They're just little things. Finally, when I get something nice and good and where I want it, it's like something else fucking goes wrong.
Yeah, owning a...
Money pit or whatever, right?
I always said that as much as, owning a house is nice, I wish I was a renter.
Yeah, because it's just like, hey, this is broken. And they're like, well, I'll fix it next week. That's good, because if I owned this place, it wouldn't be fixed next week.
It would never
I would deal with it until, I absolutely have to, or we just sell and move.
Our house has 2 bathrooms, but we only use one of them because one's fucked up. It has been for years.
Yeah, it
For
sucks.
years, we've
and
only...
you're like, we could just use this weekend and fix it.
Yeah.
But then you don't. And...
Well, it's here's what it is. A lot of times it seems as though when I have the money to fix it, I have money, so we're doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
And when I don't have the money to fix it, I have the time to fix it because we don't have money to go do fun stuff.
Yes, you're like, well, man, we're just at the house this weekend. We could just do this.
Oh, yeah. We're at the house because we're broke.
And then you're like, hey, look, I just found $100. Yeah, let's go to the movies. That's just what happens.
Yeah. And some people that I know, they took out a home improvement mortgage or something. It's they own their house, and then they took out they refinanced or whatever. They took out a mortgage for $100,000 or something to fix up their house. And the lady was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, we should do that. But in my estimation, what all I need to do to our house is probably in the range of $40,000. And it's I just want to pay our house off, and our house will be paid off in about 10 years. Then maybe, but then even then, in 10 years, the house is paid off, and it's hey, you want to pay for another 30 years?
Yeah.
And then you can fix it.
Boy, do I. Right?
Yeah. I say we just fucking either insurance fraud or trick somebody into buying this dump.
Well, you definitely can't do the first option now.
Yeah, I know.
Second option, maybe. Right?
But, really, though, somebody told me one time, well, it was not too long ago, my brother-in-law was saying that their dad's house, he's like, I wish he'd just sell it. He could get $120,000 for it, and his house is a bigger piece of shit than ours. And I was like, wait, people will pay $120,000 for a house like that? He's like, yeah, all the time. And I'm like, dude, if somebody offered me $120,000 for our piece of shit house, I would let them have everything in it. My son, the food in the icebox, $120,000. That's fucking.
You just gotta fix a couple things here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to just one day. I need to just save up some money and then one weekend take about $5,000 to Home Depot.
God, dang, looking in cash?
Yeah.
You're in twos, right? In $2 bills.
Go to Home Depot with a fucking briefcase full of money.
Yeah.
Fix my house and slide it to them.
Yeah. They slide it back.
This is Monopoly money, sir. I want a Monopoly house. But,
you're I want a hotel. Right?
It's red. It's just solid red.
There's no doors. It's plastic. It's a huge plastic red building on your. You can't do nothing to it.
But that's what you can get with $100,000.
Birds sitting on it.
That's what you can get with $100,000 in Monopoly cash.
Oh shit. Anyways. So yeah, I have all these little home improvement ideas, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm always I know I could probably do that, right? And then it comes down to it, and I'm just I don't feel like it. There's a lot of things I need to do, though.
Well, that is owning a house, unless Because, like, there's rich people, and they don't worry about it at all because they buy houses that aren't pieces of shit like ours.
Yeah, they also have, like, maintenance people that come and, like, take care of things that they don't have to.
That's the American dream.
Having maintenance people at your house?
Just having... Those people don't...
No worries.
They live the renter's worry level. Like, something's broke, oh, just call the guy. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, light bulb's out, call the guy. He'll come fix it.
They have, like, a guy that stands at their gate that guards people from coming in and out.
Yeah.
Like, they pay a guy just to sit there at the fucking gate. Like, really rich people.
I don't have a gate, so...
Like, it's like the fucking White House or something, you know?
If I was rich...
The president shows up, they're like, tell him to come back next week. It's not a good time.
Yeah. I've always said, like, if I... Like, say we won the lottery, like, $20 million or something crazy like that. I don't even think I'd move. I think I would just put, like, $100,000 into my house. Because I have a big house. It's just a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
It's old.
Yeah, it's very old. And, like, the paint's all chipped and the windows all leaked. When it's cold outside, it's cold inside. You know? When it's hot outside, it's hot inside. We might as well not have a house. I mean, it keeps rain off of us. That's it.
You basically have a big tent.
Yeah. It's like we're camping. My son's like, I want to go camp. It's like, we've been camping all your life. What are you talking about? Like, spiders crawling over you while you're sleeping. I'm pretty sure it's haunted. If I believed in ghosts, this is where they'd live.
You got a campfire?
I mean, yeah, like, the listeners don't know, but you do.
You're cooking over fire?
How haunted does our house look?
Yeah, it does look like it's a pretty...
It's a big, old, white house. Like, there's boards, like...
The kids in the neighborhood have stories about it.
I'm sure they do. They like, I give you $1 if you go touch the front door. He's like, fuck that.
They've said that. I've sworn I've seen him wearing or carrying a machete. Right?
Probably, yeah.
You just walk around the yard carrying one, staring at people walking by, right?
I did, for Halloween, I guess it was last year, or maybe the year before. I was
the mask?
Yeah, I was Michael Myers, and I stood in the bushes off by the side of the house, and when kids would come up, I'd just be standing there, and I would push the thing on my phone, and it would play the Halloween song. A few kids got freaked out. Some never saw me. I was just standing there, and they just like got their candy and left. I was like, oh. But I can't say anything because I'm Michael Myers. I would try to like rustle the bushes and try to get their attention.
Oh, shit.
I only freaked out, like, there was some teenagers, and one of them, like, this gay dude. He's like, oh my God!
In this gay dude?
Huh?
These teenagers are in this gay dude?
No, there's teenagers and this gay dude.
Oh, and.
And the gay dude, like, got scared, but it's like, scare a homo. Is that really, it's not really, like, that hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All you gotta be is like, hey, the last guy you fucked looks real skinny now. He's scared. He's like, do I have AIDS? You know? So, but yeah, I think that...
He has a phobia, right?
A phobia?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's not homophobia.
Oh, yeah. He has AIDS-ophobia?
He has a phobia of killers.
He should.
I guess everyone would, right? No one's all like I hope a fucking killer.
If anybody came to a house and they saw a guy and they really thought it was a guy in a mask who was really going to try to kill him with that kitchen knife he had,
I think
they should be scared.
Life is just filled of phobias and fetishes.
How many do you have?
You know what I mean? Phobias and fetishes. It's either things you like and you don't like.
Yeah. Butter spiders.
Butter spiders?
Remember our aunt?
Or is that two different? Butter, comma, spiders.
Yeah, comma.
Butter spiders.
That's what, we have an aunt who is...
Oh, yeah.
We actually just talked to her.
Yeah.
We have an aunt who is extremely religious, but she's like one of those people, she's just sweet.
Yeah.
She's like the nicest person you'll ever meet, and she's very naive about the world.
Yeah. She's very dingy.
Yeah. So we were sitting at her house one time eating, and and she's overweight, like a little overweight. I said a little. By weight, she probably doesn't weigh all that much, but she's like 4'10". So she's round. I don't want to say anything. I say bad things about everybody, but anyway, it plays into it. That she's fat is part of the story.
Oh,
so
shit.
Anyway, we're sitting at her house eating supper one day, and she had this spray butter. It's like, and she was like, I love butter so much, and she sprayed some in her mouth like you do, like breath spray. She sprayed some in her mouth and was like, She's like, I have a butter fetish. And then she said, right? Her husband. Yeah. She's like, right, Billy? And he's like, put his hand in his... He put his face in his mouth.
You know she uses it on him.
Because he knows... But no. She thinks fetish just means you like something.
Yeah.
He knows fetish means like a sexual, like, kink.
Yeah.
He also knows that everybody at the table knows what fetish means except her. So when she says... I have a butter fetish, right, Billy? Or whatever. And he's just like, he knows we're all imagining that she's like sucking butter off his dick or like spraying butter on his asshole or something.
Oh, shit.
And we are. That's what we all thought when she did that. They use butter for lube.
We're not thinking she puts it on pancakes. And puts it on
we all do that. If liking butter on your toast.
You're like, I have an air fetish. I don't know, right? I love to breathe when I'm fucking.
Some people don't.
Oh, shit.
Some people do like to be choked when they're fucking. Have you ever had a girl that wanted you to choke her? Not me either. I've had girls that got choked. I'm like, shut up, bitch. We're not having sex or anything. She's just getting on my goddamn nerves.
Oh,
but when you think, like, if your girlfriend or wife has told you a bunch of times she likes to be choked, like when you're fucking, you got to assume that she just likes to be choked in general. So when she's like,
some butter instead. Right?
But I'm saying, so you're like, you want to watch like like the football game's coming on. She's like, nah, we're watching Grey's Anatomy. You just start choking her. Like, I thought you were into this, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, our aunt has a butter fetish, and I've always had this weird thing.
She likes butter, but has worded it incorrectly. I mean,
or she has a butter fetish.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
She might just like soak herself down with butter and get fucked. I don't know.
God, that's.
Both of her sons possibly are going to listen to this.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. You imagine if her older son had a butter fetish, butter just all matted in his body hair.
Yeah.
He's very hairy. But anyway, dude, I just, do you remember when? I mean, I know you remember when you had that Bill Clinton mask.
Yes.
And you got the cops called on you.
Yes.
For pretending to.
And I had to explain.
Yeah. So. Yeah, explain it, because I remember that you did that.
I've talked about it on here before, I believe.
I don't know, maybe.
But I still have the Bill Clinton mask, you know.
You should be wearing it right now.
It's very outdated now.
He's still on the news.
Yeah, but, I mean, it doesn't even look like him now anymore. No. He's aged a lot.
A Bill Clinton mask that looks like him now would be, like, just a scary Halloween mask. Yeah. He's like,
it's like a goblin or something. Yeah. You're like, is that a Bill Clinton mask?
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, yeah, see, I had like a suit for some weird reason, right? I don't know, I bought it from like Goodwill or something. Anyways, so I had like a suit, and then I had like a briefcase, and I had this Bill Clinton, like, it's like a rubbery kind of...
Goes all the way over your head.
Yeah, it goes all the way over your head to where it's like under your neck, and I mean, it just looks like his face, you know? It's like the ones that people use like robbers and shit like that, kind of. So anyways, I had the suit, I had that, and I like walked into like a store in our town, and I was like, oh, I picked up the briefcase there. They were selling them.
Yeah.
So I was just like walking around. I picked up a briefcase and was like walking around, and people were looking, like laughing, and then like I guess someone didn't.
People were going and taking pictures with you and stuff.
Like it was pretty cool. And then like I guess like cops showed up, and I was trying to run out to my car. And then, like, it really looked bad when I'm running out to my car as a Bill Clinton mask out of a store. It looked like I stole something.
Because I
didn't steal anything.
A lot of stores have, like, a policy you can't wear a mask in the store.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have it posted. You know what I mean? They should have been posted.
You were just Bill Clinton. Like, how did they know? They just called the cops on a beloved ex-president.
Yeah.
For all they knew.
Yeah.
It would have been better if you would have been... Because I remember you said that when people come up to talk to you, you wouldn't talk. You would just nod and shake hands. But if you could have done, like, a little bit of a... You know, could you do Bill Clinton at all?
I don't know. I mean, I had to really hear it.
You don't hear him much anymore.
Back then, maybe, but I didn't try to do impressions.
I don't even know how he talks.
Yeah.
All I can think of is...
I don't know, but I like shook hands, and I mean, I was like 20.
You were campaigning.
2, maybe, you know? So, I mean, it was a long time ago. But it was fun.
You were just an older politician out on the campaign trail, you know?
Yeah.
But I thought about that just the other day because I saw, I don't know, it was that movie, one of those movies where they rob banks and they wear the president mask, and that's what made me think of it, and I wrote it in my notes just to remind me. But yeah, you were just like shaking hands and kissing babies. I don't know,
I didn't kiss any babies. No.
That'd be a little weird.
It was babies. It was like at midnight.
Yeah. Who's got a baby in a truck stop at midnight?
But anyway,
not a voter, that's for sure.
But you have something else? Oh yeah, the McDonald's thing.
Oh, I saw only the headline, but
yeah, we'll go with that. That's all you need nowadays. Right? That's what makes people's decision.
Yeah,
you know.
So apparently, someone raped a kid in a McDonald's bathroom.
All right, so was the kid like at the playground and then they went and grabbed him, or was it like they took him to McDonald's?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, was he the one that took the kid?
Yeah, or someone like, where's Billy? Right? Yeah. We're using Billy a lot in this one, right? Like, where's Billy at? And like, Billy had to go potty, right? And then like, the guy just went in there and like raped a little kid. Was it a boy? Was it a girl?
I'm gonna look it up.
Like, because either way, that's like different levels of nasty.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You're like, if it was a boy, it's gross.
He was filling on his McNuggets.
He got the kid to unwrap the toy.
He's like, do you want Cries with that? Oh, shit.
He's like, I'm going to give you one all-beef patty between 2 sourdough buns.
Oh, shit. And a little pickle. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Look at the guy. I believe it.
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah.
It says creep on there, doesn't it?
Fuck. It says, creep accused of raping 4-year-old.
Well, of course they're going to say creep. They're going to say gentleman. Right?
They're like,
right?
Nice guy accused of raping a 4-year-old or whatever. Did I say 4-year-old? Did I read that? Oh, it is a 4-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Come on, man. Rape an adult.
Boy or girl?
Girl.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, man.
See, it's crazy how that does swing the other way. You know what I mean?
Rape an adult. Rape an adult in a McDonald's so that we can get, it can be funnier.
But when it is a kid,
yeah,
and then like a girl, like what I'm saying, like for some reason it's, I don't know, it's worse
dude,
either way.
This is fucking shitty, dude. The child went to the bathroom in the play area Tuesday afternoon while on a field trip with her daycare.
Oh.
After noticing the girl had been gone for a long time, whatever. Unblocked. He was washing his hands. He said he was just washing his hands. The girl, when asked, told the daycare worker and police the man had touched her. Where's the dude, what the fuck? I mean, the dude looks guilty.
Yeah.
If I just walked into a bathroom at a McDonald's and saw that guy in there, I'd be like, come on, where'd you hide the kid? Like, I just see that, like, where'd you put him?
I mean, how many? That was just the one he got caught on.
Yeah, he's like the McDonald's rapist.
He's gonna,
he's like the ham
what a clown.
He's like the ham burglar. He's the ham rapist. I don't know.
Really?
I can't think
ham
of
racist? Rapist?
Ham burglar. I wish I was funnier. Or this was like
He's going to go to prison and then like one of the other inmates is like, what? I was washing my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what sucks. But like, that's what sucks when you have kids and you see something like that. You're like, all right, so okay, never let my kid's 4, you know?
Yeah.
And
my daughter is 4.
Yeah, and I don't let. He doesn't go to the bathroom by himself in the public place. But if you're somewhere and like they're playing and stuff, and he needs to go to the bathroom, he'll go. You know what I mean? So it's like, and there was no your parents weren't there.
Yeah, they couldn't even be there. So that it's on that daycare. Whoever was watching them,
somebody just didn't want to go watch her take a shit. So
well, it's like, well, here's the thing though. If there was only one person watching, like, let's say there was like 8 kids there. It's a daycare, small daycare, 8 kids. One person watching them all. Right? I don't know about legally, but like
there is a ratio.
There is a ratio of adults to kids, and I don't know if it's like 1 per 4, 1 for like 6, or something like that. Let's just say it's legal.
Yeah. And
a kid needs to go to the restroom. You would actually supposed to take all of them, I would think.
Yeah.
You
that
can't
guy's like jackpot.
Anyways. Oh shit! He's like, I guess I'll fuck the old one to get. You know. Anyways,
he's like, who says the fries are the best thing about McDonald's?
But anyways, he
want some special sauce on that Big Mac? Right, that was corny.
You got to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Like they all got to go in there. But so let's say you're going to either sacrifice pulling all the kids off of there, wrangle them all up, so this one kid doesn't shit or piss his pants or her pants or whatever.
Yeah.
So just like, go to the restroom. I'm going to be right here. So you trust that, but you didn't see like the creep fucking walking in.
You just assume
no one's going to be in there.
I mean, you just assume because you're in this area and the bathroom's right there. It's all part of the same thing. It's like, yeah, of course, you're in the bathroom.
I'm going to be right here. I'll see them come out.
Yeah.
But
and then like 10 minutes
there's
later,
some guy in I guess it's like one of those unisex bathrooms or whatever where he's.
Well, I would assume that it's just like he just probably saw her go in and followed her in.
Uh-huh.
Like, I thought he was in there waiting for a little kid to show up. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, he's like washing his hands.
Different days.
He's washing his hands for a while.
His hands are clean as shit.
It's like out of soap, right? But their water bill's like real high.
Yeah, but it is like...
Man, that is really, really nasty.
When you're a parent and you see stuff like that... Because your whole thing when you're a parent is like, you got to protect your kid. That's your number one thing. And you see something like that, and it's like, yeah, the parent had no...
And they're just like,
there's nothing they could do.
The daycare just took care of them. You're at work and you're thinking your kids are fine there at the daycare.
Yeah.
You're paying for that.
Yeah.
And then...
You think they got a discount?
Like, wow.
You know their next bill was due. They're like, fuck you, I'm not paying.
Yeah.
It's like $600 a month for you to let the Hamburglar rape my kid or whatever. You know what I mean? Ronald McDonald's in there. Yeah, fuck that. He sprayed her with his flour.
Really? Oh, shit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It is terrible, though, because, like, my kid, I'm just going to tell the daycare where my kid goes, like, look, you don't take this motherfucker to McDonald's. Yeah. You know, if you do, give him a gun or a knife or something. You know, but, yeah. And that's one of those things, we've said it on here before, is that we Google news sometimes. Yeah. And that just came up. Yeah. Could have been anything.
Sometimes we need to go in there and look more into it, I guess.
But it is, it's kind of, even though we're doing it as part of the podcast, it's kind of like a practice or a sharpening is where you take, all right, what's the first news story that comes up? Let's make jokes about that. It isn't, like, we're not trying to, like, obviously, like, we're on the side of the little kid, I guess. I'm on the side of the not raping, for sure.
You know, they always say there's, like, I don't know what the right word for it is, but things that are going on in, like, like, social media or whatever, you know, like, certain, like, news coming out to just... like, to keep your attention somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
On our last episode, we talked a lot about Area 51.
Yeah.
And how that's, like, booming right now everywhere. So what's going on in the back? You know what I mean? Like, what's Trump doing? Or what else, like, is the government doing right now?
Yeah, they're all talking about Area 51. Meanwhile, Trump's in a McDonald's bathroom jerking off.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know? I'm thinking, like, what is there going on in the back that we're not seeing because everyone's joking and talking about this Area 51 thing?
Well, the Area 51 thing is... Because there is a certain thing
I mean, I know how he hates aliens. Right?
Yeah.
The illegal ones.
He wants them to storm it and get them all out of our country.
Yeah.
But it isn't... That's one of those things where it's like that wasn't set up by, like, the government or anything, I don't think. But you do see things where...
They can push.
But
they can push certain items.
When there's something coming out about, like, let's say, like, the president, like, something's coming out about something that he did, like, a past thing that's really, like, embarrassing, then he will probably sign some kind of bill or put some legislation through that'll take over the news. It's like, oh, Trump did this to help the wounded veterans or something like that.
Yeah.
And that takes over the news, and you forget that it's like saying that he
barely grabbed her pussy.
Something. Yeah.
He barely grabbed her pussy.
Is it? I may have talked about this on here before, but if you don't like President Trump, it's understandable. I get it, because he is like, whatever. But when they're like, he grabs women by the pussy, it's like, no, he's just saying, like...
Yeah.
He's just saying, like, I'm rich, so I just grab him by the pussy, and they don't say nothing. It's like, he doesn't literally... I mean, imagine.
Yeah.
He literally goes up, he grabs him by the... He doesn't. It's just, that's like a figure, and they're like...
That's how he shakes hands with chicks.
Yeah.
Right?
But they say, like...
He shakes the guy's hand, he's like, nice to meet you. Grabs her pussy, he's like, nice to meet you, right?
Yeah. Say hello to your dad.
He's like, fat one, right? Oh, shit.
But they say, like, well, he said that's just, like, locker room.
While he's washing his hands in the bathroom, nice to meet you. Anyways.
Yeah. But, yeah. If him saying he grabs pussy was the only bad thing that ever came out about him, he'd be a pretty solid president. That doesn't matter. The grabbing pussy shit doesn't matter. But,
oh, that's funny, though.
Unless you find out, you just go to his house, he's just got a pussy in each hand.
He's got a statue of him with, like, his hand up against, like, another statue. He has it real low to where girls can, like, put their hand on it. Right?
It's like, oh, he really does grab pussies. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I stand corrected.
They go back and listen, and, like, his kindergarten teacher's like, he was always touching me.
Oh, shit.
But like, we had to put him in the corner until he bought it. Right? But anything else in the news that we need to be talking about?
Well, we went kind of hard with the rape story. We didn't realize it was a kid till we started reading it.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I was hoping it was an adult because it's always kind of funny when... It's not funny when people get raped, but if you were to compare it, you're like, yeah, it's not... Like, rape is terrible and not funny. But little kids getting raped is so much worse that it makes you like, oh, I wish it would have been an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why couldn't it have been her mom? You know what I mean? Like,
you know she has a hot mom, too.
Yeah. The mom's probably like, why wouldn't it have been me? Right?
Okay, dude. 50 things in your kitchen to get rid of now.
50 things? What?
I don't know if there's 50 things in my kitchen. We haven't been grocery
like 50
shopping.
things in my kitchen I need to get rid of?
Kitchen, yeah. Okay. From the trash to treasure. Mildewed kitchen sponge. Did I really need you to tell me to get rid of a mildewed?
I'm like, no, I won't do it.
It's a family heirloom. My mom cleaned dishes with it as her mother did before her. You know what I mean?
It was the prototype.
Yeah.
We've used it ever since.
Oh, God.
There's like nothing left. Right?
This is all stupid shit. Scratch non-stick pans. I keep them for a while. They get all scratched up and all that.
Well, yeah, they say there's like cancerous stuff in them or something.
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, where is there?
If I get cancer from getting cancer from scrambled eggs isn't that bad.
California is the only cancer-free area.
So, like, scrambled eggs can cause cancer in California.
Yeah.
Okay, lost container lids. Why? Lidless Tupperware.
How are you gonna get rid of them if they're lost?
I know. You already did.
Check.
Lidless Tupperware falls under the useless category. Oh, they're saying the Tupperware with no lids.
Okay. It's just a bowl
they're
now.
good. I just eat them for bowls. Yeah. Cereal. Yeah. The big Tupperware. You pour a whole box of cereal in it.
You're like, one serving.
Yeah.
Half the box.
And then my son likes to have milk before he goes to bed. And when we're out of milk, he's like, Daddy, we're out of milk. And I'm hiding a huge bowl of cereal. I'm like, I don't know where it went. I guess you drank it all, buddy. BPA plastic containers. Don't know what that means. Leaky or lidless travel mugs. These people hate things with no lids.
Yeah.
They really... You think this guy never takes his hat off? He's like, people without hats, get rid of them.
This is all like an attempt for, like...
This is an article is mind-boggling.
Yeah, go to a different one then.
Hold on.
You're like, it's mind-boggling. I gotta know more.
Sprouted shriveled potatoes. Remember that potato we had?
Yeah, it was like a tree.
We had a potato plant, like that I grew.
It was a sack of potatoes that we never even opened up the sack, but somehow like one of them had sprouted. It was through it
almost to the ceiling,
and like was growing up the wall.
It was like it was over my head.
It's not nasty.
No, we're just making new potatoes.
It was just like, you know how they sometimes have like a little leaf on them or something?
It was just a plant.
Yeah.
People came to our house if they didn't really.
And we didn't water it, so that's very strange how it did continue to. But there was a lot of moisture in our apartment.
It rained in my bathroom. I think we've covered that.
Yeah, we
Old
have.
Spices, rancid cooking oils. You don't have to tell me to get rid of something that's rancid. It's like meat with bugs in it.
It's like flush the toilet. I'm like, damn it, we've never done that.
Things to get rid of in your bathroom. The shit in the toilet.
Oh shit.
Past their prime pantry staples. I don't know.
It's like used toilet paper.
All this is
We've been storing it in the corner.
We just throw it in the bathtub.
They're like, there's years worth.
It smells so bad in our house.
We just spray it.
Expired baking powder. Duh. Over the hill beer. Duh. Canned goods. No, what? Canned foods are safe to eat indefinitely, says USDA, so long as they're not dented, bulging. Oh.
A dented can is going to mess up the stuff in it?
That's what they say, but you remember when we were kids and Mom used to go to the store and get canned food with no label on it?
You don't know what the fuck is in it at all.
Yeah, but you get it real cheap because the label... So you just like find something you like and rip the label off, try to remember what it is.
Yeah.
It's good if you're going to do that, if you take a little marker and make a little mark on the bottom so you know which one is what.
Yeah, like a red marker means that it's chili.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Mom used to do that, and she would go to the store, and so, like, say in the late 80s, early 90s, how much was a can of beans? Like 50 cents or something? Uh-huh. But you get them for like half off if they had no label. So we would just have, in our pantry, we would have all these just shiny cans with no label. We're like, what are we having tonight, Mom? She's like, I don't know. Could be like, you know, it could be red beans. It could be green beans. I mean, it could be cat food. Like, she's like, whatever I open is what we're having. I don't.
Is this beef tips and rice, or is it dog food?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, right.
It's got calories that'll keep the kids alive.
Dogs live to be like 10 to 15 years. That's all I'm hoping y'all really get to. I can't see y'all getting past much farther than that.
If you really look at it, Mom might have wanted us to die young.
She might have just, assumed we would.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, why feed them? You know what I mean? Here's one Happy Meal to share, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you go to the bathroom.
Between the three.
Right?
There's a protein dispenser in there. Rancid peanut butter. Duh. Although, have you ever seen bad peanut butter? I never have. I mean, we eat it.
The oils all go to the top. You just stir it around.
That's when it's good, though. You eat that oily bite.
No.
Oh, yeah. You shit like a fucking pet coon, but...
What?
That's just something people say. I guess pet coon shit.
A pet coon?
Open jars of tomato sauce. Are you serious?
Why would it be open and just sit there?
If I go in my house and see that there's just been an open jar of tomato sauce sitting on the counter...
You're just going to use it.
There's just fucking maggots living in it. Stale food.
Anyways, all right. Is there anything else in the news?
No, I really like the idea of how stupid this is.
Uh-huh.
It's like things to get rid of, stuff that's bad. That's all it...
That's this...
Yeah, that's it. Searing heat across the nation, reaching 100 degrees in some spots, takes its toll on events and roads.
Yeah, people are always talking about, every summer, it's hot, right? It's like, we knew it was going to get like this.
We're closer to the sun.
We knew it was going to be like this. We've known all, winter. We're like, man, summer's going to be hot. It gets here, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's hot.
Well, I always tell people when they complain, they're like, man, it's so too hot. And I'm like, yeah, this is my 36th South Texas summer. They've all been hot. Yeah. There hasn't been one that the average temperature was 52. They've all been 100 degrees.
A couple of years ago, it did rain a lot during the summer.
Yeah, but it was still, when it wasn't raining, over 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it's kind of windy, so it's not that bad. But if you're not from a real hot climate and you came here, you'd be like, how can people live here? Uh-huh. The same thing if we go to Minnesota and it's 40 below and people are just doing their
they don't understand anyone.
They're like, it's not that cold, eh? Or however the fuck they talk. How do they talk?
Like soda.
Minnesota.
Right?
We're from Minnesota. Yeah, that's how they talk. What else do they say?
They sound like foreigners. Straight up. I mean,
The Midwest accent is the most accent that sounds the most like it's not from here. Uh-huh. The Boston accent and the New York and all that, that's very American because you think of it as very American because I guess they're in lots of movies and shit. Uh-huh. But then you watch Fargo where they talk like that and you're like, this is fucking, they gotta be faking. Uh-huh. There's no way people talk like that. But
I don't like that movie Bring It On. Because, what's her name? That's how she talks.
She's from Minnesota?
Well, she's from, Michigan or something. They all have that same kind of...
Yeah, like our aunt.
Yeah, it's a horrible accent.
It's so,
it's so, because you can see that a lot more here than, people from, England or something, you know? So it's the foreign, accent.
Meanwhile, how many people are listening to this being like, are these guys seriously making fun of an accent?
Yes, we are.
They sound like they were...
One accent can make fun of another. It's fine.
They sound like they still own slaves. But, no, the Midwest accent is, not even close. It's by far the worst. Uh-huh.
I don't like that real country one from, Georgia, though.
From Savannah?
Yeah, well, no, that's all right. That sound... This is, the guy, I guess. You know?
If... There's guys from...
The real
just
country.
The very southern accents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those accents that, you can't be cool with black people if you have that accent.
Yeah.
If you have that accent, you hate the blacks. It's just, It just is what it is. Yeah. Which those are the good kind because...
They have, what's it called? The rebel flag, birthmark. It's just, you know what I mean? It's not even it wasn't even a choice. It just shows up, you know?
The trees have grapevines in them that just are all the shape of mooses.
Oh shit!
Dude, rebel flag birthmark. I'm gonna put that in the notes before I forget.
Anyways, so yeah, I've where I work, I see people from not only all over the United States and talk to them, but I see people from all over the world. They come over here and they work, so I see them a lot. And it's just there's some strange people out there. There's some good and there's some bad, but it's just sometimes the accents are just horrible.
Yeah, well,
it's so hard to understand them for one, but like, and then like along with that, they have their own like lingo of stuff and like their sayings, So it's
shit like
or what they call what we would call something different. It's just so it's very hard to understand people.
We used to have that issue when I used to work on trucks. Was that guys? We get a lot of Cubans, and Cubans speak Spanish. But their Spanish is slightly different than Mexican Spanish, which is what we're familiar with. So, like, their word for tire was something different and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they would come in and it's just gibberish to us. Because we don't... If you speak fluent Spanish, you can understand them probably perfectly. But if you just know Spanish from picking up what you pick up living in South Texas, and then a Cuban comes in and he's like... Blah, blah, and they, like, sing when they talk more than Mexicans do. And you're like, dude, you might as well be speaking fucking Japanese. I know it's Spanish, but it's not Spanish to me.
What about Japanese, though? That's just straight up, like, noises.
I think that is the one where, like, all those, like, Asian languages...
Whatever,
Like, they're not... It's like aliens came down and taught them how to talk.
And breeded with Mexicans or something. I don't know.
Isn't it? Like, if there were aliens amongst us and they, like, breeded with humans, it's definitely Asians.
Yeah. I mean aliens. Right? Asians.
Aliens.
I mean, that's they... I don't know. The aliens, for what we always see, have huge eyes.
Yeah, but they wanted to be like, we're not aliens. See, we don't have big eyes. We have tiny little slits. They did that.
Maybe it's because with the big eyes are so bright, they have to squint.
Yeah, maybe it's because when the ship took off, they all squinted because it was so bright, and then it just... your mom's like, keep making that face. It's going to stay that way. And their whole country did that.
I don't think so.
Their whole country. Their whole, like, part of the... Most of the humans on Earth are Asians. You know that?
Aliens. Yeah.
They really are taking over.
Most of the humans are aliens.
The Great Wall of China was like a launching thing for... Anyway. It's going nowhere. At least we recognize that it's going nowhere.
Too late. What else?
I'm trying to not look at the rape one again.
Well, at work, there's a TV that always has, like, Trump stuff on it. It's always Trump stuff. It's just news, Yeah. And every time I walk by, I think I've said it on here before, but it says, like, Trump, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like...
That's all that's ever...
Trump said this today. Trump said that yesterday,
Trump's going to say stuff every day. Who cares? Who cares? He's just the president. People put too much power in the president.
Yeah, because when I used to walk by before, it was always Obama stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like, I think whatever news channel it is, it seemed like it was maybe positive,
Yeah.
back then.
Well, yeah, because they're watching, like, CNN, so it's a little bit more leans towards Obama.
Yeah.
He's the president, too. He's just as bad and just as good as Trump. He's just different. And blacker. Blackish. Although, who has, like, the, what you can think of, like, American black people? Who you would think more, like, seems, the way they act would be Trump.
Yeah, the guy that grabs girls by the pussy.
The guy that's a little more...
He's doing a fucking rap video in the White House.
He's more, like, brash and, like, loud and outspoken, yeah. Anyway, South Dakota woman survives freak lawnmower accident that left her neck sliced open.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
A lawnmower did it?
A woman living in
Sounds like The Happening?
Yeah, I know. That's what it sounds like. A woman living in South Dakota miraculously survived a freak accident that left her neck sliced... A freak accident. Her husband held her down and ran over with a lawnmower. But neck sliced open after an unknown object shot up out of a lawnmower and struck her last week.
Oh, I don't ever want to mow my yard again.
I know, that shit happens a lot, too. Not that bad, but... Kendra Jensen, 28, was outside her home in Bridgewater cleaning up something. Okay. At 6:30, while her husband mowed the lawn, he was aiming it at her the whole time. He's like, put a bunch of rocks in the yard, and he's like trying to line it up.
He's like, lay down over there.
Jensen told Fox News that she was outside for less than a minute before she felt something strike her neck and shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
She soon realized that something had shot out from the seated lawnmower her husband was using and quickly flagged him down. Ugh. She has a mole.
Pictures?
She has a mole on her lip.
Oh, I thought it was showing her neck.
No, it's covered.
You're like, she has a mole on her lip. Right? Her neck's all out, like it's cut open, bleeding out, and you're like, she has a mole on her face.
Okay, her husband's clearly did it on purpose. Andy Jensen, a 4-year Marine Corps veteran and police officer. He's a trained...
Corvette?
Marine Corps veteran.
Corvette.
Yeah.
That's what you call them, right? Corvettes, right? Oh, shit.
Okay, her husband, a 4-year Corvette, jumped into action using training from his combat. Yeah, that's what got him into this mess.
Yeah.
You know, in their combat, they learned how to, like, kill gooks with lawnmowers. Yeah. He's like, she's not a gook, but I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Trauma center. He feared she wouldn't make it.
What's her name?
Kendra Jensen.
Oh.
Tonight, I'm thankful my husband has the training he does. No, you're not. His training is...
Yeah.
Anyway, she said it, whatever. She was on the deck.
He's going to want to kill 2 broads with 1 stone. There's only 1, though.
Look at her.
Oh, gosh.
Is
that mole right in the middle of her
lip? Right in the middle.
That's all I saw.
I know, dude.
No wonder he wanted to kill her.
He's probably trying to knock it off with a rock. She'd be hot if she didn't have the mole.
He's trying to cut that off of there.
She's got this huge gash on her neck, and you really don't see it right away. You see the mole. It's right in the middle, like a Hitler mole.
Oh gosh, that's nasty.
I mean, you got to get that removed,
get
right?
That cut off of there, yeah. It's not a beauty mark, ladies.
I just want to tell you this:
not.
Every time your husband kisses you, he gags.
Yeah, it looks like there's like shit right on the top of her lip.
She's like, my husband loves me so much. Anytime I just barely start to try to kiss him, he wants to just fuck. It's like, yeah, doggy style. I'm guessing he doesn't want to see that weird shit.
Oh shit, he's kinky. He likes the lights off.
Sometimes he puts a fake mustache on me. I think he might be gay.
Oh, shit.
Never would have thought the distance it was standing, it would have hit. It was the scariest moment of my life because when I realized I was hit, I instantly thought, this is very bad. And I thought the worst. This girl's fucking dumb. That mole must be sucking all the good blood out of her brain. Once at the hospital, Jensen realized how lucky she was. The object that was yet to be identified missed her carotid, trachea, vocal cords, and everything important. I mean, it missed one thing important.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
He probably wanted to take out her vocal cords so he could stop bitching, right?
He's like, I get that I gotta look at the dumb mole, but shut your fucking mouth. She said in a separate Facebook post that she is now home recovering and is just glad that it was her and not one of her young boys. Yeah, right. You know she'd rather be the kid. It would have missed the kid. If they're real young, their head's not as high as yours. It was one of the worst nightmares that one of my boys would be hurt with. Okay, this lady is real dumb. It's one of my worst nightmares that one of my boys would be hurt with us being so far from the closest trauma hospital. That's such a weird thing to say.
That's her fear?
Her biggest fear is that one of her kids will be hurt by a rock flying from a lawnmower. Her husband doesn't want them dead, unless they have weird moles, too.
They have, like, a Final Destination thing, you know what I mean? Like, you know?
Oh, God.
The news is like, thankfully there was a mole in the family to give us information. Oh, shit.
A mole, like, in a weird place on your face is so unfortunate. You know, like, especially for a woman. Because men, we don't have to be good looking. It doesn't matter. I mean,
was he mowing?
He was mowing.
Yeah.
She was moling.
She was giving lip. Oh,
shit.
Oh, shit.
A rare albino porcupine. Anyway, yeah, she, the mole, I mean, I keep saying mole. I'm not even trying. The thing is, like, in the shape of, like, the Nike symbol.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's how he does his victims. Check
and
marks.
there's an S under it.
Check marks.
Do you think that, she always gives him a checklist of shit he has to do, and one of them was mowing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm tired of her dumb checklist. So
he's that good, right?
Either that or he just did it with a knife and told her to make
He
that
is a
story.
Corvette, so, I mean, like...
He might have just done that with a knife and told her that if she doesn't tell him the crazy mowing story, he's going to finish the job. But if he was using a knife, he would have definitely cut that mole off.
Yeah, definitely.
No scar is worse than that mole.
Oh, shit. That is right, like, in the center.
In the middle of it, you don't see that very often.
You know?
It really looks like if it got a little bigger, it would just be a Hitler mustache.
It keeps getting bigger, and she starts raising her hand.
Which would be a good, you know, you were saying earlier about that people with southern accents are so southern that they have a birthmark of the rebel flag. She's so racist that she has basically a birthmark of the Hitler mustache. Rape survivors sometimes billed for medical forensic exams. I get it. I mean, I'm looking through the news and there's just not a lot here, but
there's nothing ever exciting in the news, right?
I mean,
except when they're like, something in your house could be killing your kids. More on this at 10 o'clock, right?
I always like.
You're
those.
like, damn it! Put that out of your mouth.
There's a lot of stuff in my house that could be killing my kids. We have knives.
Quit licking that ice cream.
Oh shit! I have fucking. What time are we at? 45.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever like for real. Like when you need it to.
Yeah.
There's nothing good in the news.
No, I saw a thing a few days ago that I put in my notes, but there was this like petition, I guess, to get because like there's men's rooms with no changing tables for babies, and people were all freaking out. They're like, men change diapers too, and I remember thinking like,
I've seen them in men's rooms.
Yeah, no, they are sometimes, but I'm saying that places that didn't have them, people
if I've seen them in restrooms, then I should have seen them in men's rooms. I shouldn't be seeing them in women's rooms. But it's like you see them in like the unisex ones, like the little family ones, the best ones to go shit in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one's bothering me.
Crying, baby.
Like, no one's bothering me.
You're taking a shit in luxury.
Someone's outside like, is anyone in there? Go get someone from the store. No one's answering.
You hear
right?
keys jingle, you're like, uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Because it's all wide open.
In, you're like, hey.
Have you ever had somebody walk in while you're shitting publicly?
No.
I have a couple of times. Like, somebody's like trying to get the stall door open, and I'm like, I'm in here, or somebody will peek through the thing, and I'm like, oh, hey. Like, they'll make eye contact with you while you're shitting.
They're like, why is this locked? Someone's in there.
Yeah. Not only why is this locked, why are there those boots down by the bottom of the toilet?
When I walked in, I saw someone's feet. Like, never would have assumed someone would be in there. And the door's locked. You know, what kind of tomfoolery? You know?
Have you ever changed your kids' diapers in a public bathroom?
It's been a very long time now.
Yeah, I've done it a bunch of times, and sometimes there isn't a changing thing, and you do it on the sink or something.
I've never got down on the floor and did it or nothing.
Fuck that. I'd rather him just have his shit on than
usually
somebody
there's like a counter or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something.
But I mean, like, I can see them like wanting to do that. But,
but people complain about dumb shit.
Yeah.
But how far have we gone in life that it used to be that women were the ones, like generally women took care of babies. Men didn't change diapers and none of that shit. And now it's gotten to the point where men are such bitches that they're like, we need a place to change diapers. The faggots that are complaining that much don't have babies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shut up. Just change your kid's diaper wherever you can. The world doesn't need to be catered to you. If there is a changing table there, that's great. If there's not, it's fine. Who gives a fuck?
People feel like if they complain and get something out of it, like a change, then they're like won in life. You know,
you didn't win. You're crying about fucking changing stations. That's a loss immediately, no matter what comes out of it. If you win like a $50 million lawsuit,
they're like, this guy has a horrible life. If this is what he's bitching, you know what I mean? Like,
this is your problem. Your problem is that you can't change your baby's diaper.
He wakes up in the morning and he's like, I'm going to protest baby changing tables.
Right? Like, shut the fuck up. I wish that your baby would shit in his pants and then it would get into your mouth and you'd get botulism from it. Shut up. No, your biggest problem is that, and like, I don't know what my biggest problem is. I have a lot, but it's not where to change my kid's diaper. Who gives a shit? You know what happened one time? I took my son. We were at the mall, and he slept the whole way there, and he woke up right before we got there and said, I gotta potty, and I was like, all right. So he had to pee. So I take him into the mall. I kind of rush in there, and he's like still half asleep, and this is when he's just kind of getting to where he's in underwear all the time. I pull his pants down and I hold him up so that he can pee. And I got him standing on the edge of the toilet peeing into
I've seen you do that with him, and it's the weirdest thing.
Well, it usually works, but this time it backfired. So, because he's too short to just piss in it normal. All of a sudden, he's peeing, and I smell something. And I'm like, what? And I look down, he has shit down into his pants that are down by his ankles. Like, not a big hard turd, like just wet shit. And he looks at me and he's like, I gotta poop. And I was like, really? You could have told me that 5 seconds ago, you fucking. So I get him, I set him down, he finishes pooping, I clean him up, but I take his clothes off. They're covered in shit. His socks, shoes, pants, and underwear covered in shit.
You just throw it away.
Yeah, but he doesn't have clothes. Like, we're in the mall, and he's not like a baby. He's like 2.5. Yeah. Or something like that. So he's like, he's a big, tall kid, So I'm like, all right, son.
That one guy would have been in the bathroom. He would have changed his mind.
Right? So I go and I get a bunch of wet paper towels. Some dad's in there, some guy's in there. And he's like, He's like, being a dad's fun, isn't it? And I was like, yeah. He's like,
I've been there. He choked him. Right? You rubbed that fucking shit all over his face.
Yeah, he's like, trust me, I've been there. He's like, it gets better when they get older.
You're like, being an asshole's fun, huh?
Yeah, I probably had like a shit mark on my face.
Oh, dude, stop.
So I get all these paper towels wet, and I go in there and I clean my son like really good, but he's still got this pile of shitty clothes. And then I take his shirt off. It has no shit on it. Take his shirt off and I tie it around him like a skirt, so that he's like
it's a cloth diaper.
Well, not even a diaper, just a skirt. So that he's at least not like just like showing his dick when he comes in. So I come out and my wife's like, "What took so long?" And I was like, "I don't want to fucking hear it." She's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "He shit in his pants."
This would have never happened if she did it.
Yeah, I was like, he shit in his pants while his pants weren't even on. He's going out of his way to shit in his pants. He's aiming his shit at his pants. So I put him in his stroller, in his little
His pants are in the corner, and he's shit in them.
Yeah. I put him in his stroller, in his little loincloth, and I go and I grab his shoes, and I put it, and we had like I guess somehow we had a bag, it was like a shopping bag, and I tie him up real tight, and I throw the rest of his clothes away. And then we go to like a kid's clothing store, and we spend like $75 like on just a set of clothes for the day. Then he might still shit in later. You know what I mean?
He has a problem, clearly.
Yeah. So it's like, we went...
Like, somehow there's like a line crossed inside him to where pissing and shitting is opposite.
If he'd have been wide awake, he would have probably known he had to shit, but he was just like, I got to potty. And I stand there, and he's like, starts peeing, and then just like starts shitting. Like, it was whatever. I think he might have been a little sick because it was pretty runny. Ugh. But, so we went to we just hurried up and went to the closest store because I don't know what like the rules and stuff are, but having a naked baby just strolling around through the mall is weird. So we went to the nearest one, and it was kind of expensive.
Anyone naked just strolling through the mall would be weird, though.
But especially like a 2-year-old. A baby...
No, like especially like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, but that's weird.
Just like walking around
Everybody
naked.
knows that's wrong. A little kid, you're like, why is he... Like, I know there's probably a reason he's naked. But, yeah, so we went to, like, the nearest
he has a shirt
store.
tied around his waist, so...
We still have the clothes he bought for that. Like, it was, like... He's 4 now. Like, the shirt, I guess, was kind of a big shirt.
Do you have them, like, on the wall, like, in remembrance?
We got the shit ones on the wall that just stinks in our house. Old shit.
Those people on that thing are like, throw away shitty clothes, right? Right? You're like, oh! Right?
Thanks, article. Yeah. We've been keeping them for 2.5 years.
You didn't get to the end of it. That's one of them.
Yeah. Rancid peanut butter and shit-covered Nikes.
Yeah. They're right next to each other. We should have...
That's what it was. That's why it was so expensive. We had to buy him new shoes to wear for the day.
From the mall. Y'all could have just went out to the car and then went to Walmart.
No, well, we could have just got him some flip-flops or something, but we were going to get him some shoes.
Yeah. Like,
pretty soon, because he was, like, starting to grow out of the ones you gave him.
These clothes are shitty.
I don't know if he shit on those ones that you gave him from your kids. I don't think he did. But
anyway,
he's like, I can show you what I think of my
uncle. Into the podcast, right?
He's like, here's what I think of my uncle. He just shits on the shoes. But, yeah, that wasn't a bad one, I don't think.
Anyways, anything else to finish it off? Don't go to bathrooms alone. Well,
if you're 4...
Most your kids go to bathrooms alone.
Like, you really
should... You want to be, like, in your 30s and be like, someone go with me? I may be raped, right? Yeah, but anywhere you go, you might be raped.
If you're that weak, you're probably going to get raped.
Yeah.
Even by somebody that doesn't want to rape you, they're just like,
It sounds like you might be, like, kind of into it.
Yeah.
If you're, like, thinking about that and you're worried about it in your 30s.
How old, like, your kid is 7. Does he go by himself?
No, we always go with him.
Yeah. I don't know when you start letting them really just go in a bathroom, like in a public place by themselves.
Yeah. I mean, there's not, like, cameras in there, or at least the ones that are legal. You know what I mean?
If there are cameras in there, it's the dude that wants to rape him to set it up.
Or like the guy that's glad he did.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, oh shit, I wasn't in for this. Right? He's like, but I am now.
I was just going to jerk off the kid's shit, and this is great.
He's like, what's the chances? Right?
But
when do you guys need to go to work together once he gets out?
I wonder when is an age where you don't feel comfortable sending your kid into the bathroom.
Yeah, because eventually it just happens.
Because you don't think about it when they're like 15.
There's not like an age where it's like after 10 years old, they're able to go to the bathroom by themselves.
It's not like car seats.
That's fine, you know? It's like one's they can like fight back. You know, you're not like 18 and your mom's in there with you. Like, all right, come on, buddy.
If you're 18 and you get raped in a bathroom,
you need help?
Not rape.
Right?
You just had sex in a bathroom.
Yeah.
If you're an 18-year-old man, I mean.
Yeah.
Know. But
anyways,
if you're a girl,
that's what were we expecting? Of course, it would have been a kid, right?
I don't know why.
I was like, we were just both thinking, like, oh, someone got raped in a thing. Let's go for it, you know. McDonald's jokes, you know.
We got some good jokes.
But I mean, like, a 4-year-old girl. Oh gosh, that's horrible.
Is it like, that? It's a girl is worse.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know why. 4-year-old girls are so sweet.
It's because you feel sorry for the little girl.
Macy,
I don't know why you don't feel sorry for the little boy.
Yeah, but your daughter, I just like hugged her last night, and I was like, she's so cute. I want to like grab her cheeks.
Yeah,
that's a 4-year-old girl to me.
It's very strange that
dude wanted to grab her cheeks too.
That someone wants to do that stuff.
Well, it makes sense because like there's everything. Everything exists. There's every kind of mental problem is out there. And like I have some of them. Just none of them like that. And here's the worst thing about this whole thing is that McDonald's is ruined for that girl for life. She's only 4, and she's never gonna want to like
Mickey D's.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want the toy. Yeah. 4-piece nuggets. I can't think of a joke for that.
There is no Happy Meal for her in the future.
No,
ever.
And that really does suck.
Because even just any fast food restaurant at all, it's not just McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's, like Burger King.
You definitely want to go to Taco Bell because you got to go to the bathroom at Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
That's where he gets more action. Right?
Nobody wants to rape someone who has diarrhea. I don't think. Well, maybe so. I said there's every kind of person exists. There are dudes that are into diarrhea.
Yeah,
it is lube. But you know how when you have diarrhea for a couple of days, your asshole's like raw?
Oh, dude.
Getting fucked in that seems terrible. Wiping hurts. Yeah. You know what I mean? But...
anyways, I think we'll just end on a low note. We have done on so many anyways.
Yeah, most.
So, all right. Anyways, guys, if you have liked anything we've said in this...
which is unlikely.
Yeah, please go. And if you hated it, please let us know.
Yeah, leave a review.
So we can know to do more or less of it.
Like, if you're a long-time listener and you haven't left a review yet, get your shit together.
We're not going to change anything because of what you say.
No, but I just want reviews because it helps us go higher in the iTunes rankings. And
to spread the wealth a little more.
The number of reviews we have does not match up with the number of listeners we have.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
People just listen and they're like, that's funny. Like, what's that they said at the end? Go leave a review. Ha 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 ha. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
So if you're a long-time listener and you're from Ashburn, Virginia, which for some reason we have a lot of listeners from there, go leave a review.
Which would probably talk shit about them, about accents or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Virginia is like the South, but not really. It's not Georgia and Alabama.
Is it north of the Mason-Dixon?
No, it's south of the Mason-Dixon.
There's people that really care about that.
They really care, yeah.
There's people like, well, we live south of the Mason-Dixon. I'm like, what is that?
It's a fake line.
Yeah.
It's a made-up line. I live south of I-10. It doesn't mean anything. Although our mom, remember what she used to say?
We live north of the equator. You know what I mean? We're badasses.
We're northern. We live in the northern hemisphere.
You know?
So do people in Alabama.
Yeah, but the southern part of the northern hemisphere. It's south-north hemisphere.
You're so dumb if you care.
Oh, shit.
But remember what Mom used to say? It was kind of like a joke, but they would be like, Northerners. And she's like, what do you mean Northerners? And she's like, anybody north of Willis is a Yankee to me. And Willis is a town about an hour north of Houston. It's in South Texas. Oh.
Anyways. All right, y'all.
So yeah, leave a review, please, and thank you.
Yeah, this has been episode 86. So if you like it, tell your friends. You know, if you hate it, tell your friends.
And if you like our podcast normally, and you want your friend to start listening, don't let him start on this one. I think we opened with little kids, the McDonald's
Debbie Downer right there.
Yeah, so you're like, these guys are really funny, and they turn it on. They're like, a 4-year-old was raped, and they're like, what is this? Look,
we're making jokes. McNuggets or something, I don't know.
You gotta make jokes, though. I mean,
I really was like assuming it was like a boy.
I was thinking it was a
boy, like, you know, something, not a little boy,
sure,
not
I
a
was
little.
thinking like 15 or 12 or something.
Or just like another dude, or, you know, or
then when
something.
it said 4, I was like, then it was like girl, I was like, what the fuck?
I was kind of like leaving the options out. I really didn't know it was going to go that bad, though.
Yeah.
But
terrible.
anyways, people are like, yeah, me too with this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry to say, but you are the bad vibe.